What is going on, guys? I have a surprise today. So if you see back here, this is actually my brother's car. He's been serving in the army now for a little while, and you know what, I want to do a nice thing for him. He doesn't know about any of this, but everything you're going to see in this video, totally free. He thinks he's paying for it, but nope, it's totally free. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is the Vikings Garage. And today's episode is going to be totally different than anything I've done before. I got my younger brother behind the camera, so everything you guys are going to see is what happened through his eyes. It is, by all means, a special episode. This car that you guys are going to see in the video is a car that I, without seeing it, told him, dude, go ahead, buy it. When he bought it at 180,000 miles, there were some things that needed to be done. So I made sure that he got it to me. And then, as you guys are going to see, I sorted it out for him. There's a lot of shirts being worn in this video. And that's because I got dirty several times. Yeah, sorry, I make these videos a little confusing too much for everybody, including myself, when it comes to editing. But I can assure you that it is, in many ways, entertaining, I think. So as you guys will see, just like I said before, this is by all means not your typical video. We were just pretty much freestyling, to say the least. He's actually over here in this little segment giving you a footage of the coolant draining. So yeah, we did the best that we could with what we had, but I do believe we got a lot accomplished in very little time. What are you getting, a cinematic shot? Yeah, so somebody has already been here, which is all right. These clips break all the time. See the silicone? This is so the clip doesn't pop out. Yeah, we'll take this one, see if it breaks too. Yeah, didn't break. That's a good thing. We gotta check them anyways. Yeah, that's how we work, my friend. Okay. Coils look pretty new. That's a good thing.
The oil, of course, I just put
No. The coils.
Oh.
Coils. I know. I speak too fast. I speak too fast for you. I get it.
Oh, I just misunderstood.
We got this. Because you know what it is with these Camrys, man? There's like so many different models, right? That unless you run the VIN, oftentimes you're going to get the wrong part, you know? Mm-hmm. So let's see. All right. But yeah, this is you do not want to see this. Bosch, no good. Denso, that's what you want. You hold it with your finger, run it all the way down. Good. And then obviously don't do this at home, but a poor representation of a flat rate, but yeah, talk about flat rating a car, something like that. Fit. So the torque spec on this, good and tight. You know what that is? It's a German spec. Are you following? He's probably like, this guy's full of it. As my father-in-law says, he's full of soup. So I want to tell you a little story. Keep recording. Do you remember the Portuguese feast, right? So for those that don't know, Portuguese feast is basically a festival that we celebrate every year in the beginning of June in the city of Newark here in New Jersey. And they basically shut down what should we call it? Like a couple of miles of a street and a whole bunch of blocks. So I don't remember the exact year that this went down, but what I can tell you guys is that there was a year that I was, well, broke as a joke. Well, my brother here, without hesitation, the entire time, and I'm talking not one night, a couple of nights, we went out there, and every single beer that I had, mind you, we walked home, of course. Don't drink and drive, guys. But every single thing that I did consume, ate, or drank, he paid for it. So this one's on me, buddy. I appreciate it. I still remember.
No problem. Anytime.
Yeah, very good friend.
I did it with instant, not for return of favors.
You weren't expecting anything, but here we are, 20 years later, and I'm paying you back. So, not that you asked me for it, I wanted to do it. See, that's what it's all about. It's doing things out of your good heart, not expecting anything in return. Because you know what? Life works in such a way that it comes back to you. Am I wrong?
Yes,
it always does.
Completely true, man.
So, yeah, I still remember that.
Hey,
all right, now we're going to put silicone there so we can...
I will do all over again if I had to.
Yeah.
Not to worry.
Put a little bit of silicone so we don't have to worry about these guys coming undone.
And
doesn't look pretty, guys, but I can assure you it does hold the clips in place. I personally would be using a black silicone because it would look a little more, what's the word I'm looking for, stealth, clean, but this is all I got. So this is what we're going to use. Put the cover on it and we're good. Well, there you go, Jeff. I'm putting it to good use. We're going to take care of my brother's car. Of course, the transmission fluid you want to use is the world standard on these cars. For those of you that don't know, this is how you can tell if your dipstick is black. That's a clear indication that your car takes world standard. Older cars would take a Mercon 4, Mercon 5. That is not the case, but we are going to go ahead and use your Lucas that you very generously gave to me. And yeah, you don't want to use the whole thing, just a little bit, because this is very thick stuff. And of course, just like we with every other transmission service, we're going to double check the fluid at the end, fluid level. And there you go. A little bit of this, never hurt anybody. That's all you need. This actually helps it push it down. From the top, just a short clip of, not from down here, silly.
I'm getting you.
You see the oil and me in the position, that's all.
From the top?
Oh my God, forget it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What image are you seeing that you see in the movies? A guy under the car, working on a car. There's a bucket with oil on this side. Like, that's what I'm talking about, dude.
Oh.
You're not even getting the oil.
I'm getting all...
Yeah, definitely gonna have to put music over this, you know.
Some of them.
Alright. That's good. Okay, now I have to figure out how to get that oil filter without the great pair of pliers. See if I can make this work. Cut, man, cut. Okay, as far as the new filter, what you guys want to do is grab a little bit of the waste oil. It doesn't have to be anything special. And you want to rub it around the seal. And that's it. This will ensure that you got a good seal, and of course always make sure that old seal is not there. That's all. Yeah. What we got? We got an audience, yeah. So old belts, guys. Oftentimes telltale sign is you get squeaking in the morning, but you gotta get closer on this one. As you can see here, you start looking closely at this belt. You flip it around. I mean, this belt was still okay, but there's definitely a lot of signs of wear. So we definitely don't want to. We don't want to run into that. So there you go. I didn't show you guys how to replace the belt. Come on, show the close up, man. But you want to get a 19 as shallow as possible. And the guy you're looking for is that guy right there. Whatever way you look at it, there's going to be scratching on the arms. It's not a pretty situation, so that's that. Let's put some oil in this puppy. Get it out of here.
That's why you get those tattoos, so you don't see the scratching.
Yeah, so because his car, as I'm sure a lot of you older Camry owners know, burns oil, piston rings are burning oil, I usually tend to recommend this, not because we're going to stop the leak, but because, as you guys will see here, just like the transmission stuff, this is like thick. It almost reminds me of mud. And yeah, this will take a lot longer to work its way out of the engine, basically, through the piston ring. So put a little bit of this in there and you'll be fine. See how it's coming out? So there you have it, guys. That's the cameraman for the day, my brother Sergio. As you can see, he's younger and taller.
A little bit.
But what do you think, man? The car's a little better now?
Hell yeah, I noticed the difference already when I took for the little spin.
A little bit? Yeah.
A little bit difference, yeah.
Listen, the keys that we get them back to Missouri, right?
Yeah.
Back to the base in one piece. And on that note, how do we do with the camera? We slap the camera. You don't know how to do that? I'll catch you guys on the next one. We definitely got to include this in the video, don't we? Low mileage, right? Your typical Toyota. 2009. Hey, safe travels, huh? Thank you. All right. Later. See? Toyotas, baby. That is the right way to do it. Well, that's also not a terrible way of doing it. Drive safe, man. See you soon.